Hi everybody, and welcome to another S&G update. I appreciate you guys checking in and watching the videos. Just got a few things to go over this week, so it'll be kind of short and sweet. The first one is that we posted the quality laminate video under product knowledge. So if you get a chance, take a look at it. Roger did the video. He did a really great job. There are a lot of little fine details or some really educational things. So check it out by all means. And in the future, when we get new products and things like that, I'm going to ask Roger to be involved with shooting the videos on those also. Okay, so that'll become like a regular staple in the S&G video log. Next thing is that we have a new product coming out called Armstrong Reserve. Oh, actually, it's all Armstrong Alterna Reserve. And when you look at the sample, it almost looks like there's four little pieces, and it's a luxury vinyl tile, excuse me, and it looks like there's four individual pieces on one 16-inch by 16-inch board, and that is just actually the way the sample's made. They're 16-inch squares, but why they put the four individual little pieces on the sample is to show the die-lot variations. Okay, kind of like how ceramic tile is. Well, these particular products have a lot of color variations, and that's why there's the four different squares. But when they actually come in the box, each tile will be 16 inches by 16 inches, all one piece, and then there'll be multiples like that. So hopefully that makes sense. So don't get confused when you look at the samples. Okay? The third thing I wanted to talk about. Any customer coming in now towards the middle or end of December is an extremely serious shopper. And you can really use that to your advantage. Because obviously if they're not looking to get it done in the next couple weeks, they wouldn't be out shopping. You know, they'd be worrying about Christmas and all that kind of stuff. So anybody coming in now is extremely serious, so time is of the essence. So you should be going to the quick ship wall, you should be recommending our stock laminate, things like that, and finding out before you check out samples of where the stock is. Okay, so you can go to somebody and say, hey, you know, you want to take home this product, Santa Cruz, great. Here's these two samples, I'm going to check stock, see where it's at, and we can actually do the estimate, you know, maybe tomorrow or the next day. We could actually order it up from Los Angeles and get it installed in, you know, in a week or whatever like that. Really important to remember that. Also, products being shipped from back east, as we run into the weather change, snow on the grapevine, flooding, stuff like that, slows down the shipping. So you always want to give yourself an extra 1 or 2 days this time of the year. Otherwise, you're going to make promises and the trucks aren't going to show up in time and you're going to have disappointed customers. So always pad it by at least 1 day. Okay? What else do we have? Wanted to talk about a price increase. We got notification that the industry is having a price increase on all the carpet and some of the hard surface, and that is due to take place either the beginning, middle, or end of January. So you're liable to see some of our retail pricing going up a little bit. I've heard numbers 5 to 8%, which is kind of the traditional number that they throw out there. Roger will do his best to negotiate and see where it ends up for us. But for you, the salesperson, when you're talking to customers, not only they're going to be in a hurry to purchase, but also you can mention to them that buying now will probably end up saving money because there's an industry price increase coming and everyone's going to be affected. So the sooner they purchase, or if they purchase, hopefully by the end of the year, good chance for them to save some money. Okay? So another thing I wanted to talk about this go around is your store managers have been given specific instructions that they get to play Santa Claus for the next couple weeks. And what that means to you is that we'd like for you to go through all your old quotes. Now I know you're going to have literally could be hundreds of them, but we want to start calling everybody from November, October, September, you know, going backwards, seeing if they purchased yet. And if they haven't, I want you to go to your store manager, well, ask the consumer, what would get them to buy? Where would you need to be? Go to your store manager. If it makes sense, they're going to reprice it, and we're going to get those orders and close them up by the end of the month. Okay? And there's a few reasons to do that. First one is we want to keep our installers busy through January, February, March. And as it slows down for the other stores, a lot of times we get other installers coming to us looking for work because we're obviously one of the bigger stores and we stay semi-busy. We want to have enough work that we can hire some of the best installers that might have been working at a Carpeteria or a Carpet One or Conklin Brothers or whoever it is. We want to be able to have enough work to say, yeah man, come on and work at S&G. You're a good installer. We're always looking for great installers. So that's one really important feature that we can add to our installer stable, if you will. So the other one is that commissions. A lot of you have been making really great, most of you have been making really great commission money, and we don't want to see that evaporate or go away seasonality. So we want to write as many orders as we can, even though it's a lower profit, but hopefully we make that up in volume. That'll keep your commission checks rolling right along through January, February, March, so you don't get hit in the old pocketbook. Another reason why is, obviously, we want to take advantage for our consumers and beat the price increase, so we can help them along. Okay. Another reason is that it's just smart business. Okay. Looking at the open quotes, there's basically for every $1 that we sell in a month, there's $2 worth of open quotes that we haven't sold. And I know some of those open quotes, they're duplicates or they're the same customer written multiple times and things. But you know, in the open quote list, when you look at that, it has the dollar amount at the bottom. But realize all the sample checkouts in there that don't have any dollar amounts. So, so if you averaged it out, probably that bottom at the number of your open quote list could be a pretty true and realistic number of the amount of dollars of sales that we haven't gotten. Okay, so we want to get that number shrunk down. We just want to sell more product, make more customers happy, and get more referrals. So it's just good business. Remember, any order is a good order. So we want to be aggressive. We want to take everyone that we can. Okay? Last thing I want to talk about is the change that's going on in S&G. And beside me, I've got the board going from good to great. You know, we're a good company, but we're not a great company. And when we want to become a great company, and what's that going to take? Well, it's going to take dedication from everybody throughout the company. It's going to be having us have an open mindset and be willing to change and learn and become better at what we do. Now, most of the videos are dedicated to the salespeople, but you know, we're going to ask the estimators to do some things differently, our installers, our claims guys, everybody, you know, upper management, all the way throughout the company. But today we're going to talk about you specifically, the salespeople. And as you know, we've handed out the asking questions, getting answers. And I'm sure you've read it over, and maybe you're store manager and you've done a little bit of role playing or practicing and things like that. But we're in phase 2 of the qualifying questions, if you will. And there's 4 phases, so we're halfway through. So by now, when we talk about the questions about priority, you should be able to ask those 4 questions. Okay, and just as a review, the first question is, why are you looking to purchase new floor covering? What did you like best about your last carpet? What did you like least? Which rooms are you thinking about covering? Okay, and then the last one about priority, what is your time frame for purchasing? Okay, how soon do you need it? Now, the next section was talking about performance, you know, and what the customers, you know, performance meaning how long do they want it to wear and stuff. So some of the things that you should be asking about is, do you have children? If so, how many and what are their ages? Great conversation. People love to talk about their children. If they don't have children, do you have pets? Again, how many, what kind? People love to talk about their animals. Okay? An all-important question, what kind of traffic does each room have? Is it light, medium, heavy traffic? How would you rate the traffic in that room? Okay. Next question, how long would you like your flooring to last or look new? Okay, obviously we have different qualities, different products, and they all last different amount of ages. Okay. Next question, what are your long-term expectations? Okay, that's something that the claims guys go out and hear all the time, you know. The customer has an unrealistic expectation. So that's a great question to ask. What are your long-term expectations? You know, how long do you think it's going to last? How long is it going to look good? Is it going to stain easily or whatever, things like that. And then the last one about talking about performance are, what kind of warranties are important to you? Which S&G, as you know, we have all extended warranties on our labor, all the products. So our warranties are second to none. Matter of fact, they're way, way beyond what most stores offer. So I want you to basically memorize those. Yes, we are starting to script what the salespeople are saying. And it's very similar if you went to work at Disneyland or Disney World. Okay, when you get hired, they hand you a book and say, here you go. These relate to your job and to your performance. You're expected to learn these questions along with the responses to the consumer. So we're asking the same thing to you. And again, what's this going to do for you personally? It's going to increase your sales. Okay, and that's what it's all about. The more questions you ask, the more knowledge you're going to have, the better recommendation you can make, and the more the consumer is going to trust you. Okay, remember, sales is more about listening than it is about you talking. Okay, hey, with that being said, guys, thanks for the hard efforts. Happy holidays. Take care, and we'll be seeing you around the stores. Bye-bye, everybody.